From the very first time we heard the showrunner speak out about X-Men 97, the continuation of X-Men, the animated series from the 90s that had such a massive fan base that people loved so much, people were rightfully worried, because what have we seen out of the entertainment industry over the past several years? They take something, whether it's a show, a character, a franchise that you love, that you have a lot of nostalgia for, and they say, hey, we're going to do a remake, or we're going to do a sequel, we're going to do a prequel, we're going to do something like that, except they totally bastardize everything about it and destroy that very thing that so many people are attached to. So when X-Men 97 was announced, people were rightfully worried, especially when they heard some stuff coming directly from the showrunner, especially when they hear something like this. When asked how X-Men 97 may improve upon or differ from the original series, Bo DeMeo noted, quote, "The world is a very different place than when that show was first made in the 90s. And here's the full quote, right? I don't know if improve would be the word I would use. I think that the show's amazing in so many different ways. I think that I'd say the generation who grew up watching the show, we have grown up, and the world's a very different place than when the show was first made. And so it is more a question of what does that show look like knowing what we know now and how it looks like in today's world with everything that's changed and everything that hasn't changed, sadly, in our world. That is where I believe my focus as a storyteller has really been. Now, to me, what I would do is I would try to make this show exactly like it felt in the 90s. I wouldn't try to put 2024 politics, current day politics, into something that people were watching in the 90s that's meant to be from that era. But that's not exactly the approach they took. So the warning signs were there the entire time. And now we've seen what happened. In the aftermath of the first trailer for X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, which, to be honest with you, between the music and the vibe, some of it I was really digging. A lot of other things people are very, very worried about, including this. 90s X-Men reboot confirms non-binary character for Disney Plus animated series. RIP X-Men 97, woke non-binary characters confirmed. Trailer release date announced for Disney Plus. And again, this is supposed to be a continuation of this show that took place in the 90s. And all of a sudden you have a character in Morph who, according to them, right, they are the ones that put this out. Morph's characterization in X-Men 97. This is a lighter take on the character who is non-binary and has an interesting buddy relationship with Wolverine. The character's past with Mr. Sinister, the show's villain, could also come into play. Man, it's interesting that he's referred to as non-binary, considering all the times he was referred to as he consistently in the old series. Let's just watch a little bit of this.
Is that all of them? Where's Morph? Morph! No! Come back!
Let him go, Wolverine. Morph may be afraid of what he would do if he stays with us. He must learn to deal with what he has become.
He's my friend.
Man, it certainly doesn't feel like it was non-binary in the original animated. Isn't that weird? Maybe because we didn't use those fucking words back then. This is like a new thing, the non-binary stuff. But it goes beyond just that, right? It goes beyond that when you look at what they've done to Rogue in the 1990s to now in 2024. Some of the character designs that people are pointing out. Right now, the people that may have been hesitantly excited or worried already about what they might do, certainly they are not happy with what they've seen just from one little trailer and a little bit of info from what we've heard about X-Men 97. Now, if you want to do this shit, why would you attach it to X-Men 97? Well, we know the reason. If you want to go and do all these things, if you want to make it for current day, then go ahead and set it in current day, make your own fucking, animated show. We know they won't do that, though, because it won't have the eyes. It won't have the attention. It won't have that built-in fan base that we got from the X-Men animated series. That's why they decided to do it with this series. So after one trailer that people were, I think in general felt okay about, and hey, look, there's the music we love. There's the characters we love. When you start to look a little bit deeper and you realize that everything they said back in 2022 about, well, we have to make it with modern sensibilities because the world's very different now, but we're going to put that into our 1990s animated series. The warning signs were all there, and certainly people very upset about what they're about to do with X-Men 97.